What's up, Transformers fans? Mondo the Dad Bottomus Prime here, and once again for this Moonbase 84 transmission, we are going back to check out a Cyberworld character, and this time around it is the Transformers Cyberworld Energon Surge Prime Changers Jazz. And Jazz was definitely a Cyberworld character that I really wanted to pick up because I was very interested in checking him out mainly because of his alt mode, which is a polar bear. And besides that, I really like Jazz as a character. But yeah, it was very intriguing to me that they decided to make him a polar bear, which I'm not sure if that really fits Jazz, but it's Cyberworld, and they are experimenting and mixing and matching and shaking things up, so I am down for it. So let's take a closer look at his polar bear mode. Again, it's Energon Surge, so either take it as you will, love it or hate it. Most of his body is a big chunk of this time clear blue plastic for that Energon Surge effect. It does have some sculpt work in there, as you can see. And once again, he's a beast former, but as we've come to see with beast formers in Cyberworld, they don't go for realistic beasts, they go for that robotic look. And you can see Jazz is no different with all that panel work and detail. And we do get a nice hit of this metallic like teal blue on his shoulders, and then parts of his legs in the back are gray to contrast the white of the polar bear. And then you have the polar bear head, which looks pretty nice, and nice panel work and robotic detail with a couple hits of red for the eyes. Fortunately, no articulation in the jaw. And then you get some hits of silver for his claws, his polar bear claws. But yeah, really cool, fun looking little polar bear. Articulation wise, there isn't really any. I mean, it's weird. They want you to peg the legs and arms into the body, but if you do unpeg them, you can get the full movement because they're just the robot mode's legs and arms. But yeah, you can unpeg them and move them around. So you do get articulation. I shouldn't say there wasn't any. You also get that hit of white on the side there, which to me looks very reminiscent of Grimlock from Age of Extinction, especially his Voyager figure on the sides of his chest. Yeah, like I said, fun little polar bear. And part of the fun that I've been having with Cyberworld is finding extra accessories to give the characters from like various other, wherever I can get them. This might be an authentic Starscream null ray, I'm not sure. I do have two of them, but the thing that's cool about these little guns and things that I found, I try to find, you know, as I said, accessories that can go with the Cyberworld. And this one fits perfect in this peg hole, so you can arm up Jazz in polar bear mode, and I think that looks pretty cool as well. And here's Jazz with the Energon Surge Cheetor and the Cyberworld Snarl. Now, by checking this out, seeing these two compared together against each other, I do think they've started to like upscale at least the beast formers, the new beast former molds in Energon Surge, because they kind of make poor Snarl here look kind of tiny in beast mode. For transformation, it's Cyberworld, aimed at younger fans, so once again, you know, easy transformation. The instructions for Jazz here say 3 steps, so step 1, boom, boom, unpeg those legs we were talking about. Step 2, unpeg those arms. And my fat fingers do have a little trouble doing the transformation on this guy because they're getting away, but basically, I hold his belly like that, put my thumb on this piece, and push. Then once you get it started, you just flip it all down, and there you go. There is Jazz in robot mode. And just like I said in my Energon Surge Cheetor review, his proportions are a bit off. As we take a closer look, here you can see he has short legs and longer arms. And also because of his width, he looks very short, stocky, and stumpy. But he is a polar bear, so it makes sense that he would be bulkier, but just with the shorter legs, it makes him a little stumpy. Oop, I tried to do this, and there we go. But we'll take a closer look. There's not anything really in robot mode that we didn't already see in polar bear mode, except for the head, which is a classic Jazz style head. You got the hit of blue for his visor, and I think it looks pretty good. It's very jazzy. But yeah, all the details are the same besides that. And for articulation, it's weird too, because where it pegs in, the legs and arms peg in for polar bear mode, they kind of get in the way at times in robot mode, so you have to swing his arms out a little farther than you would think to get that articulation, but it goes everywhere. I have to mention it. I know it's a dead horse at this point, but no elbows, which is a shame. I always want to bend the elbows, and you can't, obviously. No waist, but you know, you get the leg movement. But you do get the knee, which goes to 90, and that's about it. Simplistic, very simplistic transformation, as we've come to expect. And although he is a beast former, he does not come with an accessory because he doesn't have a tail. Polar bears have very short tails, so it would be useless anyway. So once again, I'll give him this rifle, and then I can arm up my Jazz. Pretty cool. Now I missed this on my Cheetor review, but I guess Cheetor can glow in the dark as well. And Jazz, I don't know if I have it dark enough to make him glow in the dark, so let me see if I can get it a little darker in here. And either I haven't charged him up enough or whatever, but so far it doesn't seem like he does. I could be wrong on that, it just might not be dark enough, but he still will have, or should have, the Energon surge effect behind him. And yes, I'll get it closer here, I'm hitting the backdrop. So yeah, there is his Energon surge effect, and that looks really cool. And again, I'm sorry if he does glow in the dark and I couldn't make him do so. Little strobe light action for you there, sorry. And once again, here he is with Energon Surge Cheetor and Cyber Changer Snarl. And it's still funny how the beast modes are so much bigger than the regular Cyber Changer beast formers, the old molds. But in robot mode, they're pretty much the same height, although Jazz does make Snarl quite tiny because of the width of him. And Cheetor is kind of on the bulkier side as well. And he kind of makes Snarl a little tiny, which is obviously weird because Snarl's a Dinobot. But, you know, it's Cyberworld, and it is what it is. Now, I know I say this a lot, but once again, Jazz is a welcome addition to my Cyberworld collection. He's just a fun little Cyber Changer toy. And as I said, I've been going through and getting, you know, just taking accessories from other toys and using them to accessorize the Cyberworld characters, and that is, to me, is part of the fun of these Cyberworld figures. I would like for them to come out with an accessory pack or something, but I doubt they ever will. But I'm having fun finding my own accessories. I'm currently working on some accessories for Wheeljack, which so far to me has the most accessory potential. But when that happens, maybe someday I'll do a video with what I use to accessorize all my Cyberworld characters. With that being said, comment and let me know what you think of Polar Bear Jazz here. I will say one thing is that even though it was a kind of an odd choice to me to make him a polar bear, maybe it's because Jazz is cool. Yeah, bad pun there, but yeah, maybe that's why. But either way, once again, I love how they experiment and take risks with Cyberworld and just go off the rails. It makes, you know, that's the fun part about the line and the show. Here's hoping Jazz makes the show. I'm thinking he will. I think it's a good bet that he will. But again, comment to let me know what you think of him. And as always, thanks for docking.